Alright, so taking a look at this headset, you basically have a 7.1 virtual surround sound headset. It appears to have a bass boost button on the left hand side. I'll show you that in a moment. The volume control is also on the left. There is no inline volume control. However, it has a nice thick rubberized type coating over a cable that's actually pretty substantial, so it feels pretty rugged. It feels pretty good. It's a little over 7 feet in length, which is really great, so you don't have any issues there. USB type plug, and it does include a little information user manual. It's pretty much worthless, I'll be honest with you. There's not a lot there. You're not going to be very impressed. It comes in a pretty basic white box, and it does include a driver CD that has Windows XP, Windows 7, 8, and Windows 10 drivers, and 64 and 32-bit, and it has the software that you see on the screen, or we'll see in a moment. It's actually a burned CDR. It's not an actual CD, but it's nice they included that, so that's pretty cool. And the USB does have the little cap on it, so it's protected. There's no way to adjust the lighting. You have blue on both sides and blue on the microphone. The microphone is retractable. However, it is not fully retractable. It does have a rubberized type coating, and it is flexible, so it shouldn't be very easy to break. Audio is good in the microphone. The volume control that I mentioned is here, and this little circle. This is apparently it's a bass boost. It's a substantial difference. When you're wearing these and you push this, you'll feel a massive amount of vibration compared to when it's turned off. So I mean, I say turn it on and leave it on. It's just very cool. Very nice. Again, there's no inline controls. This is where the audio connects, and it appears to be a very substantial connection both here and on the other end, so I doubt that this is going to break with just moderate care. There's a slight degree of swivel available, so that shouldn't be a problem. This is very, very comfortable, very soft, so it's not going to squeeze your head too tightly, and if you have a small head, it may not fit you at all. So for children, this is not going to be ideal. It's clearly labeled left and right with the R and the L, and as you can see, it has a metal construction, so it's fairly rigid and fairly rugged. And then of course you have this. There's a little bit of padding here, but these things are very comfortable, so I don't see that to be a major issue. I have another video that I'll show you with me wearing them, and give you a few little extra pieces of information. But sound isolation is very good because these are over the ear. For the price, they're very impressive. The sound is very clear, the bass is very good, and I really like them. They're very comfortable. Like I said, they are a little bit looser than what I'm used to. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just something to be aware of for smaller people or for children perhaps. But the overall beefiness of the construction, even the plastic, it has a nice look to it, nice feel about it. There's, like I said, no control for the LED lighting, but that's not a really big deal. It may be kind of bothersome for some people, so I wanted to mention that. So beyond that, I wanted to show you this software. So let me zoom in. Instead of doing a screen record, it's just a little easier to do it this way. So basically, you have here, of course, your volume control, some information here. This will take you to the website. There's a link, the little C Media logo. If you click on this, you can toggle, and you can choose between manual, music, movie, and hi-fi mode. So it really comes down to what you prefer. You have to play with that. You can add and remove profiles with the plus and minus, and then I guess that's what it's designed for. I didn't really mess with it myself. Of course, you have speaker and microphone here. If you right click, volume control, sample rate, equalizer, environmental or environment effects, 7.1 virtual speaker shifter, I guess it's Xear with an X, Sing FX, and Surround Max, so you have some settings there. And the microphone, of course, has the same thing: volume control, sample rate, the Xear Sing FX microphone boost. So let's focus primarily on the speakers and look. You have your sample 44.1 or 48 kilohertz, your equalizer, and you can enable that, and then you have different presets: jazz, metal, rap, dance, etc. You can make your own. That's pretty cool. Of course, you can adjust that as you see fit. Environmental effects, you can enable that and do different room sizes, and of course a multitude of different effects that you prefer. Right now it's just set for living room because I was playing with the settings earlier. For the 7.1 virtual speaker shift, you can adjust all the different parameters of that depending on how you prefer. And the Sing FX key shifting and vocal fading is available, and Surround Max, if you want to play with that you can. And it doesn't really, give you any settings that I can tell that you can click on, but you can see the different directional indicators, the speakers. So we'll go back here, volume control. Unfortunately, I obviously cannot let you hear exactly what these sound like, but I will include an audio clip so that you can hear what it sounds like when you record through the microphone. The audio is very clear, very crisp. There's no background hiss that's really there, not problematic, which I've had with some USB microphones in the past. So very simple to use software that's included. The CD will auto run and detect according to the driver necessary. If you need to, of course, you could do that manually if you have that preference or setting. But overall, like I said, these appear to be pretty rugged. They're not, you don't hear any cracking or popping from them. So I think they're going to last a pretty substantial amount of time. I don't spend a lot of time using headphones anymore. When I do, it's basically just for listening to movies or TV shows, and I have several sets. So for me, these will last an eternity probably. They'll probably outlast me. But by any means, if you want to know more, check out the link below, read some other reviews, get some specifications. I'm going to say that the listing on Amazon, as of right now, unless it's been updated, doesn't reflect fully the capabilities of these. It may be, like I said, it may be changed, but I didn't see any mention of the button or how dramatic an effect that makes. And I think it mentions something about a 3.5mm jack. This is USB only, and that controls both the microphone, the headphone, and the LED lighting all. So these aren't super bright. You can see that they give off a little bit of a glow, but against the wall there, the wall of this box, it's not overpowering, it's not too bright. The camera may pick it up to be a little brighter than what it really is, but it's a nice color, and I don't think it's too overpowering. The microphone may become somewhat annoying. The good thing about it being retractable, you can leave it retracted so it's a little less in your face or in your line of sight, or you can kind of extend it out and then face it downward to kind of keep that light from really bothering you. But I think these will make a really nice addition for a lot of people. I don't know about any compatibility on consoles. I don't have any consoles, so it's not exactly something that I can test with. But as far as PCs are concerned, you've got it covered. I'm pretty certain Vista's not going to be an issue because it's essentially the same operating system in a lot of the build and the makeup, so that shouldn't be a problem. Although it doesn't list it, you should be able to use Windows 7 drivers if necessary, depending upon your knowledge on the installation. They're WHQL certified. So anyway, simple setup, simple to use, nice durability, clear, clean sound, good bass, no real major issues even at higher volume levels. Little distortion at the very top with some audio. But as a whole, if you like bass, I think you'll be a big fan of these, and the microphone seems to be nice, clear, and the flexibility is going to give it long-term durability you may not get with a more solid fixed microphone. So check out the video showing these being worn, give you a little bit more idea. The surround sound is pretty amazing. The effect that you get if you're playing a game and you have a helicopter circling you, it's going to sound like it's circling you. If it's coming from one direction and flying to the other, you're going to know where it's coming from. You're going to know where it's going. So they did a really good job with that. It's all C media based as far as the chip is concerned, for anyone who cares about that. The price, it may vary, but it's a little under 40 bucks right now. So for the price you're paying, I think you got a pretty impressive headphone. Again, hopefully they'll update and put more information specific to this headset and better information in the link. But other than that, I don't have anything else to say about them. They look good, they sound good, and they seem to be durable. So hopefully you'll be very happy and very pleased. You have the gold-plated looking tip there, and again, a very, very substantial cord. Okay, so check out the link below if you want to know more, and I hope you find that helpful. Thanks for watching. Right. So my intention here is to show you what these look like if you're wearing them. The issue I have with these is the movement. It's a little bit annoying, but they don't fall off. I mean, I can look down, move around, so they're not going to fall off. But if I move around too much, especially with glasses on, they tend to move my glasses around and I have to make adjustments, simply because they kind of wiggle a little bit on my ear. The microphone, this is the fully retracted. It doesn't retract further than that. I actually thought it should go in further, so I thought that was a little odd. Fully pulled out to the maximum length is here, so you can get this right at your mouth. That's not going to be a problem, and it is flexible, so you can put it pretty much wherever you want, and it should be pretty difficult to break that. So if you're going to have these for children, you do have the metal construction, in this top portion here you can see, and flexible microphone, so that's going to hopefully be helpful as far as long-term durability. And of course you have this very thick rubberized cable, which you've already heard all of this before, but this gives you an idea of what they look like on the head. Of course, it's going to vary depending upon the size, but you're not going to really fit these on very small children. I don't see that working because they're just going to be too loose. They're tight enough they don't move on my head, but other than that, small children are going to find these to be difficult, I believe, as far as fitment. Okay, so I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. This is just a quick test with the microphone placed in front of my mouth, fully extended, and talking at what I consider a comfortable speaking voice. I'm not whispering, obviously. I'm not raising my voice any. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a quick microphone test to give you some idea of what sound you can expect with this headset. Okay? Thanks.